Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. SNB.
Program on YouTube at Stewardship with SNB. Join our social media platforms on Facebook and Twitter, still at Stewardship with SNB. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid. Stay tuned as we take a short break and unveil my guest here in the studio. Join us again.
SNB holds you to account.
Whether you're in school or not, any opportunity we create for skill acquisition, please avail yourself that opportunity. Like I said, you can also
around there. You know that they have what is called bush market. Very early in the morning, as early as 4 o'clock, down the road.
I'm a lawyer. Let him sue me. The man has not cited one project, consensus project, from that 1990.
If they are there
today,
I'm saying they are not much. If they are there in the element, I don't want to join issue with my brother.
Watch Stewardship with SNB whenever, wherever, however, this time on RSTV.
What do you do on a Thursday afternoon? Having lunch? Taking a drink? Watching TV in your living room or office? How much do you know about the politics, economy, and how monies are being expended by those saddled with the responsibility of managing human, material, and natural resources? It's daring, incisive, revealing, and informative. Watch Stewardship with SNB every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. on
Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. SNB holds you to account.
Whether you're in school or not, any opportunity we create for skill acquisition, please avail yourself that opportunity. Like I said, you can also
around there. You know that they have what is called bush market. Very early in the morning, as early as 4 o'clock, down the road.
I'm a lawyer. Let him sue me. The man has not cited one project.
Area, Honorable LAHTEH LOOLO. Mr. Chairman, you're welcome to Stewardship.
Thank you, and
yes.
the viewers.
Yes, it's interesting to have you here with us in spite of the very cold weather, and it's been raining.
Yeah.
Well, your father was chairman of the old Bori local government area.
Borga.
And Borga then. Many are saying that you ruled on his popularity to attain this position. Is it true?
Yeah, they might be true to some extent, but as a man, I also tried to carve my own niche, which also enabled me to get to where I am today. Yes, he did a lot for us, but I did my best too. That's why I'm here.
Okay. All right. Local government is the closest arm of government to the people. Of course, the closest tier of government to the people. How close are you to the KHANA people?
No, I'm very close to them. That's why they elected me as their chairman. If I was not close to them, they wouldn't have elected me. If I'm not close to them, I would have been elected chairman of KHANA. I am close. That's why I'm still close to them. I interact with them on a daily basis.
Being close with them or to them, is it a way of empowerment or something?
But in all ramifications, we're close. But
do they have unhindered access to you?
Definitely.
All right.
Everyone can attest to that fact.
Okay. Okay. What's your relationship with the legislative arm of government? Of course, you cannot function alone. You are the chief executive of the local government area. Legislature is also there's democracy. What's your relationship?
I enjoy a wonderful relationship with my legislative arm. You know, unlike what happened in the past, where an executive chairman want to decide the leadership of the house, but in this case, I left it for them and told them we must depart from what happens in the past. That they are the legislators, they should elect their leadership so they can hold their leadership accountable for whatever happens in the house. So that was the first time it has happened, where it is a chairman of council, an elected chairman, who asks the councillors to go and elect their leadership. So we've been working closely with them, and I can tell you all amount of certainty that our relationship is wonderful.
Okay. Are you under pressure to do your job as local government chairman by some godfathers, or you do your job with a sense of responsibility?
No, KHANA local government is not local government that has never had a history of godfatherism. So I'm not under any pressure from anybody. I do my job to the best of my knowledge and ability, and with the support of my people. There's no godfather in KHANA, and that's one good thing about the politics in KHANA. Once you're elected, once you're given responsibility, they allow you to do your job.
Okay, we will take you back to the big story making the rounds around town, that's security. But before we do that, we'll play a video, and then we'll all listen to it, and then we will analyze it together. Studio, please assist us. Let's take a listen to the video clip.
SNB holds you to account.
Whether you're in school or not, any opportunity we create for skill acquisition, please avail yourself that opportunity. Like I said, you can
also live around there. You know that they have what is called bush market. Very early in the morning, as early as 4 o'clock, down the road.
I'm a lawyer. Let him sue me. The man has not cited one project, consensus project, from that 1990.
If they are there
today,
I'm saying they are not much. If they are there in the element, I don't want to join issue with my brother.
Watch Stewardship with SNB whenever, wherever, however.
Elected council chairmen to work with their respective traditional rulers, community development committees, and youth leaders to advance the cause of peace. He also directed council chairmen to clear bushes along the East-West Road and other major highways of the state.
Through the council of letting me know, council chairmen who are not working with you in terms of security. Let me tell you, sometimes the chairman of councils, you should make out time from time to time to meet the chairman of CDCs, the leaders of the youth organizations. What are the problems? What is happening in social community? I hear this is going on, this is not going on. Now the chairman of MOA and Obiabo, as you are going along that, I give only 2 weeks. The whole of those two, the bush by the right and the left, you must clear it so that somebody can see far. The chairman of the local government, as you are going to LAHTEH, at the media, you see classes. You can't even see, if you're by the right, you will see the left. I want it as contract. Let it be a running contract. Both those of you in the Ogoni axis, please, I'm giving every local government 2 weeks.
Stewardship with SNB. Well, if you're still watching, you're on to Stewardship with SNB, and we have Honorable LAHTEH LOOLO, Chairman of KHANA Local Government Area, here in the studio. Mr. Chairman, you listened to the governor when he was giving his charge to local government chairmen, and of course, marching order to local government chairmen, and of course, traditional rulers and youth bodies. Now, the swelling cases of insecurity has become so worrisome in River State, and of course Ogoni axis, particularly the recent incidences of some cult men and boys going on rampage. I don't know what is the update about that.
Well, you see, KHANA local government has also experienced has always had its own fair share of insecurity, and as a government we've done our best, we've tried, and we're still doing what we can to ensure that we stop the rising rate of crime in the area. And I want to also use this opportunity to commend His Excellency the Governor of River State. He has been supportive in our fight against criminality. And as a government, we've supported the security agencies, we provided logistics for them, and in several other ways. Like recently, we donated 2 Hilux vehicles to the police to help curb criminality in the area. And
okay, your council?
Yes, my council. Okay. And today we're supposed to give them 1 more.
Okay.
If not for this program,
okay,
we're supposed to give them 1 more as part of our 1-year celebration.
Okay.
Donated to the security agencies in our bid to help curb the rising wave of crime in the area.
Okay. Okay. Now, recently, the military invaded Gio, which is in Thai, and there was infiltration into KHANA and its suburbs. What led to the military invasion?
Yeah, from the security reports we got that the 2 personnel, one from the Nigerian Army and one from the Civil Defense, were killed by criminal elements operating along that Gio axis. So the military came. You
share a common boundary with Gio?
No, we don't.
Okay, but there were infiltrations.
Yeah, the military came and told us that they were coming to do a total operation in the area to wipe out criminality. And they told us that KHANA will not be spared, because they are aware that a lot of those criminal elements also have their hideout in KHANA local government. Which they actually come, although we pleaded with them to act professionally, who they assured us that they would do. And so that was what really happened. But the incident that happened in the entire local government, between Thai and KHANA. That was where the incident took place, and not in KHANA.
Now, if you listen to the governor, he said that the bush path leading to some of these local government areas have become a safe haven, so to speak, for these criminals. What steps have you taken to clear the bush?
No, we have not. We've been doing that.
How much impact have you made?
No, we've made a lot of impact. But if you realize the fact that this is rainy season, so you must consistently do, because the grass they grow very fast. This is because of the rain. But we've been doing it.
Okay, oftentimes this criminality has been blamed on the inability of the system to provide employment or whatever. Now, the youth in your area, how much employment have you provided to divert the attention from criminality to something worth doing?
Yeah, as a government, when we came into office, we assured our youths that we'll do everything possible to ensure that we empower and employ them. But you know, the local government is not too buoyant to engage on those large-scale employment programs. So what we've been doing is to...
How do you mean that local government is not buoyant? Yeah, you receive allocations?
No, we do.
Okay.
We do, but we have a very large
staff strength. Okay.
So after paying that, not much is left. So what we intend to do is to partner with well-meaning NGOs to ensure that they support us in empowering our people. Take for instance, there is this the skill acquisition in KHANA. We are now partnering with C4.
Okay.
To ensure that to help us equip the industrial units of KHANA, so we can use that to train some of our youths in vocational trainings. So that's what we're doing. A whole lot of NGOs have written to, including Dangote Foundation, we've written to them, pleading with them to come and help us train some of our youths to take them off the streets. Because the truth is that they are doing what they're doing, not because they like doing it, not because they are lazy, but because the system have forced on them hardship. Take for instance, before in 2015, between 2015 and 2016, about 4 million youths lost their jobs.
Between 2015
and 2016.
Okay.
4 million jobs were lost in this country.
Okay.
So what do you expect to happen when there is no hope? The government was supposed to create jobs, and yet instead of creating jobs were lost.
Okay.
So what we are experiencing today is a lack of sound economic policy, or lack of any economic policy.
On whose part?
The government at the center.
Okay.
I'll take the government at the center. If we had sound economic policy, I can assure you, we won't be here today. And take another instance, the criminality we are experiencing today. Sometime 2 years ago or last year, the government just set up the neighborhood watch.
Yeah.
What happened? Some elements that claim to love River State, but they don't reside in River State, came here and scuttled the whole program. That's why we are in this situation today. This security you are experiencing today is a result of the activities of those that came all the way from Abuja to ensure that we don't stay in peace in River State.
But there are claims by...
But let me tell you,
yeah.
Because they were not popular as we approach the election, they knew they were not popular. So what they do, they armed the boys.
Okay.
Because they say they must take it by force.
So it is politically motivated?
Politics is part of it.
Okay.
They say they must take it by force, and they bought the guns, and unfortunately,
so much,
they were not on the ballot.
Plenty of illegal arms are in the hands of these boys, and they were not withdrawn just after the elections.
They cannot withdraw them, not give it to them.
Okay.
And they were not on the ballot, so they could not contest.
Okay.
And the guns are still with the boys. So what do you expect them to use it for?
So what is the way out?
The way out is for the government at all levels
to declare another amnesty?
No.
Because one is wondering why should these boys be given amnesty today, amnesty tomorrow, and then it's not yielding any results.
The way to go is to confront them.
Okay.
The way to go is also to dialogue with them, but we don't drop the confrontational aspect of it. The security agencies should go after them, because we know. You see, we live in a community, we know them, and the way to go is community policing. That's why I want to seize the opportunity to talk to His Excellency, to beg His Excellency to go back with a view of bringing back the neighborhood watch.
Okay.
To really help us in this state.
Okay. Now, talking about confrontation, the governor, when he spoke, he said that since the traditional rulers and of course the CDCs and local government have refused to take the war to these criminals, government have decided to take the war to the traditional rulers. The case in point is Babi Kingdom is in KHANA, am I correct?
Yes.
Now, the paramount ruler of Babi Kingdom was recently deposed by the government due to his alleged involvement in harboring some criminal elements. But we'll continue with that thought, but not without this short break. Let's go on a short break and I will come back to the live studios. Stewardship with SNB.
SNB holds you to account.
Whether you're in school or not, any opportunity we create for skill acquisition, please avail yourself that opportunity. Like I said, you can
also sleep around there. You know that they have what is called bush market. Very early in the morning, as early as 4 o'clock, down the road.
I'm a lawyer. Let him sue me. The man has not cited one project, constituency project, from that 1990.
If they are there today, I'm saying they are not much. If they are there in the element, I don't want to join issue with my brother.
Watch Stewardship with SNB whenever, wherever, however, at this time on RSTV.
What do you do on a Thursday afternoon? Having lunch? Taking a drink? Watching TV in your living room or office? How much do you know about the politics, economy, and how monies are being expended by those saddled with the responsibility of managing human, material, and natural resources? It's daring, incisive, revealing, and informative. Watch Stewardship with SNB every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. on RSTV. Join us.
He noted that under the current dispensation, the government and the people of Rivers State will take their fate in their hands by collectively addressing the security challenges. He urged all stakeholders to work with security agencies to fight insecurity.
I dare anybody again who is arrested or caught for courtesan and kidnapping, if you see the light of the day again, enough is enough. We can't continue with it. If you have people who are doing it for you, tell them that their business has knocked. And every logistics will be provided for them to make sure crime is reduced to the barest minimum. If you say, I will not sleep, will I like to sleep? So since you say we will not sleep, you too, you will not sleep.
He wants that any top government official caught in the process of trying to work for the release of arrested suspected cultists and kidnappers will face the full weight of the law.
And anybody in government who at the back goes to them to say it's one of our boys, release him, I pity that person. I pity that person.
Stewardship with SNB. His promise when he deposed the traditional ruler, the paramount ruler of Babi Kingdom, by withdrawing his certificate of authority or whatever they call it. What's your update on that? Still on security?
Well,
that's in your local government area.
Local government, yeah. His Excellency, the Governor of River State, Chief Ezonye Sonwike, being the CS, so the Chief Secretary of the State, got a security report about the activities going on in KHANA. And I think what he did in deposing the paramount ruler, His Majesty, had to do with security report at his disposal. So that was why he took that action.
Okay, let's go back to some more issues relating to security. The governor also said that when these boys are arrested, sometimes some big names in the political circle will go behind and then effect the release of these boys. How many arrests have you made in conjunction with the security authorities in KHANA local government area? Any arrests? Especially in the recent incident that broke out between the army and the people and the boys.
So many arrests have been made.
Tell us about
Severally.
it. Tell us about it. Have they been prosecuted?
They're in police custody, undergoing interrogation and all that.
Okay.
But I'm sure with time they will be
Are we expecting them to be in court?
No, they will. They will be in court.
Because arresting somebody and keeping them in police custody is not the same thing as prosecuting them to court.
I agree with you. But you know what has happened in KHANA calls for a lot of thorough investigation. So whenever these boys are caught, the police take their time to do their proper investigation with a view of ensuring that they reduce the crime in the area.
What happened in KHANA? Was it related to illegal oil bunkering or something?
Oil bunkering is also part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also part of it, and what they say they call supremacy.
Supremacy.
Yeah, they fight for supremacy.
Okay. Rival cult groups.
That has already caused the situation in KHANA.
Okay, what in your opinion do you think is the solution to this menace? Because it's eating up the very fabrics of the social life and of course economic life in KHANA and of course its suburbs. What in your opinion is the lasting solution to this menace?
You know, like I've said in several places, you know, the monies we've failed to spend on education, we are now spending on security. His Excellency, the Governor of River State, did promise us that if we give him our votes, he was going to reintroduce boarding system where discipline are inculcated into students, which he has started doing. And he has spent a lot on education. That's the way to go. Once you develop education, you develop the youths. But when you fail to educate the youths, you push them into criminality. That's what we're facing today.
The phone is already buzzing.
So I want to suggest that we should invest in agriculture, invest in education.
All right, let's take this call. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're on to Stewardship with SNB here in RSTV Port Harcourt.
Okay, my name is George.
George, calling from where?
I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay, George, go on.
Yes, I think I was quickly asked there that the government is doing a great job.
Okay.
But then you ask the question, what should be the solution to this kidnapping and the cost stuff and whatever?
Okay.
So then I think if the government should go ahead ask the court to prescribe those criminals, the convoys, the kidnappers, whatever, prescribe, really prescribe.
Okay.
If that is done, I believe that will be the end of conflict.
Proscription, you mean banning them? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, George. You heard that caller. That the governor should take another step forward to prescribe this body. Is that possible? You're a lawyer too.
That has been done before. I remember sometime a few years back, even the House of Assembly did that in River State.
There's a law to that effect.
Yeah, there's a law banning all forms of secret court.
But much later, they still sprang up.
That's what
Let's hear from this caller. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
May we meet you and where you're calling from, please?
I'm calling from Bori.
You're calling from Bori?
Yes.
Yeah, you have the local government KHANA local government chairman here in the studio. You have any questions or contributions?
Yes, I have some contributions today.
Go on, please. What's your name, please? What's your name?
Monday.
Monday. Okay, Monday. Go on.
Yes. The part of security. You know, for some time, let's say about 2 weeks ago, I can say that there is an insecurity in Bori.
There is what?
That there was an insecurity in Bori.
Okay.
That is armed robbery, stealing in the mines and people who don't do so. But for now, it is somehow better than that 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I would have been pleaded with my honorable chairman. There are a lot of things to do.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is to react to people. It's not only people that you know. There are people he doesn't know that he will have even hear more better and how to secure the local government from them. And one of these things is that if he was able to be safe in glory, there are times people can come and have been pleaded that he should give them audience to come in, so that they have some other things to lean onto him on how to see the glory.
You mean to give hello Monday, you're exceeding your 1 minute time. You mean reaching out to the chairman to give him tips? Reaching out to the chairman to give him tips on security challenges or something?
Tips on security.
Okay, all right. We got that.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard Monday calling from Bori. Yes, he's talking about if they can reach out to you to give you some advice and of course some tips on how to unravel some of the hideouts of these criminals and all of that. What do you have to say to that?
The truth is that we've really gotten a lot of information from our people. Not necessarily meeting you directly, through text messages, WhatsApp messages, calls, and they give you information on things happening.
Have you made your calls available to the public? To your people in KHANA local government area?
Okay, you mean my phone number?
Your phone number.
It's everywhere. They all have it.
I see.
My phone number is all over the place. That's why we receive calls from people and we get information from them, which we also pass on to the security agencies, because you see a lot of people are not too confident dealing directly with the security agencies for fear of being betrayed. So they come to us, they give us, and we pass it on to the security agencies.
Maybe we can just listen to the police commissioner who was also at that meeting convened by the governor, and he has this to say. Let's listen to the police commissioner. Studio, please assist us. Stewardship with SNB.
His remarks, the River State Commissioner of Police, Usman Belal, assures the security agencies will fight to reduce crime to the barest minimum.
We've all dedicated ourselves to the fight against crime to its barest minimum. As you had been charged, we had also been charged. Fight crime, fight it thoroughly.
He said that the police will use the community policing strategy to involve community stakeholders in the peace process. He called on Rivers people to support the police with information to tackle cultism, kidnapping and fake news.
The strategies we will use will be so many, not just one, but prominent among which is to say we will use the community policing strategy in fighting crime in Rivers. Community involvement, community safety and policy. And by that, we would require your support in giving us information and intelligence, and it will be treated with the most strictest confidentiality.
Stewardship with SNB. Was the police commissioner who said that they want to adopt the community policing strategy, where when information is given out to the police, they will treat it with utmost confidentiality. Do you trust in the police ability to treat information leading to the arrest of any criminal with utmost confidentiality?
No, I do trust them, but like I said before, we give them the information because we trust them. We get information from the people and give to them. And I want to say something. You see, the police have really done they've done a lot of good jobs in Ghana, but their number is so insignificant that they cannot police every inch of the local government.
You mean the number of the policemen?
Yes. Take for example, the division. Ghana is a very large local government, just one police division.
Okay.
In Bori.
Okay.
So it's difficult to operate from Bori and police the entire local government.
So
and they have just 69 men in that division. As the last time I interacted with DPO. So we're calling for more police presence. We need more police presence in Ghana.
Okay,
that's way to help us reduce because it takes a lot of time to travel from Bori to, let's say, my village Opoko. It could take you nearly 40 minutes from Bori.
Okay.
So before the police could respond, it's already late.
Okay. Let's hear from this caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're on to Stewardship with SMB.
Yes, I want to speak on what.
What's your name? What's your name, please? What is your name and where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Bori.
Oh, you called earlier?
I have called. I want to talk on this pattern of police.
Okay, the community policing strategy.
Of this about 69 police we have at the station. At the end, that one can cover. But most of the policemen are on the road collecting 100 naira from drivers. And they let them to secure. They are only there to market of drivers who refuse to give them money. So they should to the police. The police have a problem, and they are the very behind those robbers in Bori.
All right, thank you, Monday. We had it clear there. You have confidence in the police, but Monday, who resides in Bori, does not have confidence in the police. So that's a contradiction. What do you have to say?
Contradiction. He's saying it from his own perspective.
Okay.
The angle he has seen it.
He does not agree with it.
Yeah, a lot of persons have also seen the other way. Like take for instance, most of the criminals have been arrested by the police.
Okay.
Based on information they got from the people. But I agree. You see, the kind of society we find ourselves determines what you get. You cannot have a very bad society and have a good police. You cannot have a bad society and get a good judges of our courts. You cannot have a bad society.
You cannot have a bad society.
Yes,
and have good police.
Yes.
Okay.
So whatever you get from the police is a product. The police are a product of the society.
Okay.
So we agree that there are some bad elements in the police, but that does not mean that the police in generality are all bad. No, there are good ones. There are ones that are dedicated to their jobs and they've been doing it. I can tell you for free because I am in charge of security in local government.
Okay.
I relate with them.
Okay.
I see the commitment in most of them.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying this.
All right. We will take a listen to the chairman of the River State Council of Traditional Rulers, who was also at that meeting. Let's hear his views, and then we will come back to you. Let's hear his views.
Of the River State Council of Traditional Rulers and Amanganabo of Opobo, King Douglas Dandison Chaja, urged the security agencies to take traditional rulers into confidence as they carry out their responsibilities. He, however, decried the situation where security agencies divulged information passed to them by traditional rulers.
That the traditional rulers are always ready to work with government and with the security agencies. And we have also taken it as one of our cardinal objectives to fight issue of insecurity in our domains. It is imperative that the agencies, the security agencies, should also try and make sure that they work with traditional rulers.
While saying that the traditional rulers will support the security agencies to fight insecurity, he regretted that council chairmen hardly consult traditional rulers on security matters.
Secondly, the chairman of council, they take their security votes, forgetting that the issue of security falls squarely on the traditional rulers, and they don't even cooperate with traditional rulers in their local governments. So this is one of
Stewardship with SNB. King that is in Jaja, the Amain of Opobo Kingdom, and of course the chairman of the River State Council of Traditional Rulers. He was at that meeting. You heard him that the security in the communities lies squarely in the hands of the traditional rulers. But the council chairman merely take away the security votes and then they don't even consult the traditional rulers. So what is really happening? What's your relationship with the traditional institution?
You know, when I became chairman, I've held several meetings.
Statutorily 5% is paid to the traditional, from local government funds. Yes. So are you expected to share your security votes with the traditional council?
Well, like I said initially, when I came into office, we've had several meetings with them, the traditional institutions, and we're working with them. But a lot of them don't reside in their domain. The chiefs? Rulers, yes, a lot of them don't reside in their domain, and most of the crises we had, or some of the crises we've had, this related crisis, we've been fueled by chieftaincy wranglings.
Okay. You
see a situation where a man, because he wants to become a chief and wants to have an advantage over his rival, now joins a court group.
The chief?
Yes.
Joining a court group?
They are part of the problem we have in River State.
Okay.
Chieftaincy wrangling has cost a lot.
Maybe that's why the governor said he's going to take the fight to them, since they have refused to take the fight to the boys, quote unquote.
Yeah. So, yes, there might be one or two situations where there might not be a synergy between local government chairman and traditional institutions. We agree. It could happen sparingly in some places, but it's not it should not be generalized. And in other places, we work with them. But like I said before, they are also part of the situation we have on ground now, because of chieftaincy wranglings and all that, where a lot of them now took side with court groups to get protection and to get advantage over their rivals. That's what happened.
Like the case of the Babe Kingdom. Right. Okay. Well, before we draw the curtains, what's your advice to the people of KHANA local government area, especially at a time like this?
See, my advice to them will be to count up, to stand up and be counted now. You see, security is everybody's business. Even if you bring a battalion, the whole of 6 div into KHANA, they cannot protect every inch of the local government. So what they need is the support of the locals, the support of the people. With their support, we can bring this thing to an end. For instance, there are cases where people will be in the community, they will see the boys gather somewhere, they live somewhere, they gather in the bush, they won't say anything. When the boys start shooting, that's when they call. But they won't give information. Say, look, in my community, boys are gathered here. I saw them with arms. They will never tell you. When the boys start committing havoc, that's when they call, and they expect you to arrive there within the twinkle of an eye. So my advice is there to give timely information.
Okay, timely information. Okay, this interview cannot be complete without this question, even though time is not on our side. We can just wrap it up with it. The local government authorities in this country seem to be enjoying some level of financial autonomy rather. What do you have to say? Your monies are now directly paid into your accounts. Is that full autonomy or partial autonomy?
Well, I don't understand what that means, whether it's paid directly or indirectly. But I don't see any difference in it, because what the local government ought to get, we've been getting it.
Does it mean that you will be going for jack meetings or something, since the money will be paid directly into your accounts?
I don't know how it will be worked out, but for now, we still get money.
What is the difference between...
For now, we still get money from the jack account. And to me, whether it comes directly or indirectly, there's no difference.
We hear it is effective from this month. This month,
effective June.
Yeah. Okay. What's the difference between you receiving monies from the jack account and receiving money from directly into your local government, into your accounts from the location, federal location?
There's no difference. It's still the same.
No
amount.
difference.
It's still the same amount. The other one might come direct and the other one passes through.
Okay, one is direct, one is indirect.
Same amount.
Okay. Yeah. Well, for the past 1 hour or so, we've been talking to the executive chairman of KHANA local government area, Honorable LAHTEH LOOLO, who has been talking to us on local government administration and of course security concerns that he has also raised here. And he has also taken us through quite a good number of policies and strategies he has mapped out to curb the rising spate of insecurity in KHANA local government area and its suburb. Mr. LOOLO, thank you so much for being a part of this program.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. To my colleagues who are present right buttons behind the camera, I want to thank you so much for doing what you know best. And to the viewers and of course callers, thank you so much for participating. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid, signing off to join you again next Thursday as we bring you another guest on this program. Bye-bye.
SNB holds you to account.
Whether you're in school or not, any opportunity we create for skill acquisition, please avail yourself that opportunity. Like I said, you can
also... If you live around there, you know that they have what is called bush market. Very early in the morning, as early as 4 o'clock, down the road.
I'm a lawyer.
And during...
Let him sue me. The man has not cited one project, constituency project, from that 1990.
If they are there today, I'm saying they are not much. If they are there in the element, I don't want to join issue with my brother.
Watch Stewardship with SNB whenever, wherever, however, at this time.